Hello everyone, my name is Demetrius Mack and welcome back to another episode of Real Talk. For those of you who may be tuning into this series for the very first time, let me take a second to explain to you folks what this series is all about. Now on my channel, I mostly play gameplays, I have comedy skits, I have a bunch of goofy stuff, but this is the one series where I tend to tone it down and I really tend to talk about things that are important to me, that I want to talk about in a serious manner, that I want to talk about that are just very important, folks. So this is the series where I talk about things going on in the gaming world, things going on in my personal life, and everything in between. And I just come and I just have a simple conversation with you, the people, folks. So that's what this show is about. And welcome if it's your first time ever tuning in. And today's topic is none other than, like you read in the titles, E3. And some of the things that I want to talk about, for those of you who do not know, I'm going to be attending E3. No, not as somebody's special guest. No, I'm not that important, all right? I'm simply going to be attending it as a fan, as a lover of games, as someone who wants to be entertained and blown away by all the stuff that they have announced that they're going to do this year. And I'm going to be getting into some of those in just a bit. For those of you who don't know what E3 is, as a matter of fact, let me take a quick second to explain what that is. E3 essentially is the biggest conference of video games in the entire freaking world. I mean, we got people from all over the world coming in, showing off their stuff, talking about what motivates them to make your favorite games out there, and all that sort of goodness. It is a 3-day event, and it is absolutely incredible. And I can't believe that they're actually letting people go this year, because this has obviously been an event for many, many years that has just been the people in the business and the media, and that is strictly it. But this year, they decided to gift about 10,000 people. And when I say gift, I mean charge it, but it's still a gift that we get to go. 10,000 people. So it's going to be an added 10,000 people at this event, which has me a little bit concerned of like, oh, Christ, how are they going to manage security? But I think, and I have a theory, that they have already managed to come up with an idea around that, or surrounding that, should I say. Let's get into what I want from E3. As someone who's going to be attending there, as someone who's going to be watching, as someone who's going to be in the presence of all these great minds speaking to me, I want to pretty much go to this event and just have some of the questions answered that I have, like, what really goes into the mindset of making some of these, monumental games that go out, such as like the Far Cries and the Gears of War and the God of Wars and stuff like that. So for those of you who may not know or may not be familiar with how E3 is handling things this year, E3 is handling things a bit different in the past, and primarily this is where my theory comes in, because there's going to be an added 10,000 people at this event, folks. So of course, I think this is more of a security thing, but I think the E3 Coliseum, along with all the great things that it's bringing, is also going to be pretty much a chamber for all these rabid fans that are going to be there. And I think it's going to be a bit overcramped, because I think there's going to be so many people there and anticipating all this stuff. But I think they want a division between people going back between the showrooms and between the Coliseum. And I'm not even 100% sure how that's going to work. I mean, it seems like there's quite a bit of a distance. I mean, not quite a bit of a distance, but it seems like there's a tiny bit of a distance between the showroom and between the Coliseum. And it looks like that's what they want. People just constantly going back and forth. So that way all these extra people are not clumping up everything and not swarming all these, celebrities and, whatnot, all these game developers and stuff that are going to be there when they arrive and everything. And I think that's a smart idea, but I don't know if everybody agrees with that scenario. That's just what I think. But E3 is holding events, future panels, hosted by Sony, Xbox, Bethesda, and others. And it is going to be hosted by none other than Geoff Keighley, who is a journalist and video game awards host. And there's some pretty awesome things going on here, folks. Mr. Keighley has then stated that the E3 Coliseum will only make E3 more exciting to fans, as it creates an opportunity to see the world's top game creators and special guests live on stage. So I have here the list of schedules and events here right now. As of May 28th, folks, and I'm sure this is going to change, but Wednesday, June the 14th, we have Call of Duty World War II Sledgehammer Games, Journey Back to the franchise's roots. and that's going to be at 2 p.m. And the speaker guests for that are going to be none other than Michael Condrey and Greg Rezadoff of Sledgehammer Games. And then Wednesday, June the 14th at 3 p.m., we have an event called Stories Across Screens, which will host Better Call Saul's Jennifer Hutchinson, which is really intriguing to me, and Emil Pagliarulo from Bethesda Game Studios. And I hope I did not butcher that name there, but I don't think it is. But obviously, there's only 2 events that are scheduled right now, and there's going to be a lot more. As a matter of fact, Mr. Cayley has announced that there's going to be speakers from Activision, from Bethesda, Gearbox, Ubisoft, Warner Brothers, Square Enix, Sony, and Microsoft will all host panels, which is going to be really, really exciting. And honestly, I can't wait to hear from all of these companies, and I can't wait to hear what they all have to say. What are some of the announcements? Some things that I'm waiting to hear get debunked, including the PlayStation 5. So it would appear that we are going to be stocked full of speakers at the E3 Coliseum, and like I said, the schedule is not 100% released yet, but it definitely has been confirmed that all these companies are going to be there, speaking there. We just don't know what specific time. And don't worry, folks, like I said at the beginning of this thing, it's all going to be streamed. So if you're not there in person, you will still be able to watch it live on Twitch, I believe. And that should be, that's really cool that they're doing that. But I can't really say I have a favorite in who I'm looking forward to. I just want some of the answers, some things to be debunked. And I want, answers to some, minuscule things, some things that don't really matter, such as, like what's going on with this PlayStation 5, right? What's going on? Is it real? Is it happening? Because this BS rumor kind of came up a while back, and now it's starting to get some heat in it. If it's not announced at E3, it's not going to happen. And also, where in the flying fuck is Kingdom Hearts 3? But that, like I said, that is something that's very, very small in scale and compared to the bigger picture here. And the bigger picture here to me, folks, is someone who's going to be in there, looking up at all these bright minds, people who have developed video games possibly for years. And I've never been someone to really go in the behind the scenes, I want to say. I've never been someone who's really been interested in like, hey, who really made this game. All I've really done in my life is just played a game like, hey, this was pretty awesome. But to actually maybe get to see some of these brilliant minds speak in person and pretty much give us their input on how they came up with some of these amazing games that have pretty much shaped my life, I think is going to be a really, really, really incredible event. I'm really stoked to be able to be there and to be in the presence of some of the greatest video game minds in the entire modern world. So, E3 will be here soon, folks. E3 will be here soon, and I've got a lot of things that are on my mind about it, where should I be at what time? Because there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff going on all at the same time, and obviously you're not going to be able to catch everything, but I want to get the most out of this experience, and I hope it's a good one, I'm expecting it to be a good one, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be let down unless it's just absolutely too crowded or something like that. But I expect this to be really good, and I expect this whole E3 Coliseum thing to go really swell. I hope they know what they're doing with this thing. Like I said, there's a lot of people, a lot of extra people who are going to be here, so I hope they have this all managed out right and correctly, and I'm looking forward to it. Hey, June the 13th can't get here any faster. And hey, I live in California. I live in Northern California, but I do live in California, so I will be driving down there. But I guess I could say I'm privileged to live in California because I know there's going to be people coming from all across the country, hell, even the world, that are going to be coming across and pretty much trying to get into this and coming to see this and have their minds blown, would you say? So I'm going to wrap it up there, folks. I could rabble on 20-30 minutes about all the things I'm excited about, but I'm not going to do that to you, folks. Are any of you guys attending? If not, are you going to be watching it? What are you looking forward to? What are some of the things that you hope that they reveal, that you hope get debunked? What are the things that you are most excited about E3 2017 this year? I would love to know some of your thoughts in the comment section below, so don't be shy. Make sure to leave some comments, folks. So that about sums it up, folks. That about sums up everything that I want to bring to you guys. Real Talk drops once every month, folks. So I will link in the description episodes of the past, which I have done, so you can go and enjoy more of those if you need to. And thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this if you aren't already subscribed. And folks, E3 is almost here, so I'm excited for it, and I'm sure a bunch of you out there are as well. So with that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Until then, I'm Demetrius Mack, and I'm out. Peace.
Jack it up.